Hey y'all, it's Trenton Moore back here again. And if you haven't watched my previous video, I'll probably link it somewhere. Uh, if you haven't watched it, I discussed the two different types of smart in this life. And I talked about book smart and life smart. In other words, life intelligence, book intelligence, however you want to phrase it. And one thing that I was beginning to talk about, or that I kind of referenced, was how in the past and in my lifetime, I've been told, Trent, man, you're a genius. You're the most smartest person I met. You're the most intelligent person in the room. And I've never really claimed that. I've never claimed to be the smartest in the room. I've never claimed to be the best student. Dot dot dot. And the reason why is because I just never felt like it made any sense. I've never felt that there's a most intelligent man or intelligent woman or human being in the world. I feel like at the end of the day, the genuine thing is that all of us are intelligent at the end of the day. Some of us have intelligence in different forms and in different areas. Some of us are probably much more knowledgeable or much more wise in certain areas than others. But at the end of the day, we're all intelligent. And I feel like that's something that we don't highlight enough. And that's why, typically speaking, or honestly all the time, I never claimed that title. I never claimed to be the smartest or, to be the most intelligent person in the room or in the school. Even in my high school days, towards graduation, people were saying, Trent, aren't you going to be valedictorian? Aren't you? I wasn't. I wasn't valedictorian, but I was top 10% of my school. Almost at college. That's crazy. I'm still in college right now, y'all. But I was top 10 students in high school. I was close to being valedictorian, but didn't get it. And honestly, me not getting it, it just made me realize that even valedictorian, valedictorian and salutatorian, these type of titles, they really don't matter too much. At the end of the day, like it can be something cool to, put in your resume and say, I was this in my lifetime, dot, dot, dot. But when you look at the end of the day, it's like everyone still graduated, you know? Yeah, because at the end of the day, there's far more to a student than just their GPA. Even the same valedictorians and salutatorians that you may meet in your lifetime, who knows, they may not even be that successful once things are all said and done. And really, you all may be wondering, what does this all lead to, Trent? What does this all lead to, Trent? And what are you trying to say here? What are you trying to prove? Well, what I'm trying to prove is that there's a necessity in intelligence, and that necessity is humility. The thing that I've learned through being in school and being in college and being just a living human being in this life is that a lot of people nowadays are lacking humility in their intelligence. And the danger is that when you lack something like humility in your intelligence, it can lead to dangerous decisions and dangerous thinking. Simply put, I've met certain kids in my lifetime. I was recently a community center type of leader, a community center type of employee, and I did that for a summer. I did that specifically last summer. And, certain kids that I met, I could definitely see, all these kids are intelligence. They're all intelligent, excuse me. But sometimes there was that one or two kid or kids, and they would come off as like, I'm so intelligent, I'm so smart, look at me now. And the reality is that usually those types of people are not the most, they don't really know how to apply their intelligence. And that's the thing. When you actually have humility within your intelligence, you are able to properly apply your intelligence. And that's the thing. Humility combined with your intelligence, it leads to intelligence application. It leads to understanding how intelligence is far more than just a measurement. It's far more than just a quantification. It's really just much more, are you intelligent or are you not? And that's honestly, sometimes that's the way of thinking. That's really the truth. But at the end of the day, as I say, y'all, everyone's intelligent. To me, it's common sense in my opinion. Everyone is intelligent, and certain people are going to be more intelligent and not even more intelligent, but they're going to have a certain form of intelligence. I've talked about book intelligence, life intelligence, but that's like, for example, criminals. Criminals can be intelligent people, but because they're a criminal, they kind of have that negative connotation towards their intelligence, and that kind of sometimes can ruin people's outlook on even these criminals, even though they're simply human beings at the end of the day, and they are intelligent human beings. Let's be real. Some of these criminals that have unfortunately ruined their lives with this one decision, one decision or multiple decisions. These could have been great professors. These could have been great teachers. These could have been great engineers, great electricians, great great this, great that. And we'll never know. And so that's why I say, what you have to understand is that the less humble you are with your intelligence, the worse it's going to get for you. I'm just being honest. Like I said, I've met individuals in my lifetime that are intelligent for sure, but them lacking that humility, them lacking that understanding, and simply put, that, hey, it's good that you're intelligent, but you have to be humble about it. Them lacking that, it really comes off as arrogant, and that's what they breathe. They breathe arrogance. They fume arrogance. It literally, how can I put it? It's literally, they have an aura of arrogance. You can feel it. You can smell it. You can taste it. You can sense it. It's crazy. And that's honestly the truth. You can tell when certain individuals, they are not humble about their intelligence. And like I said, what it leads to is they're disliked. Their reputation is terrible. They eventually bite their own tail, if you get what I'm saying. They kind of stab their own back to a certain extent. I don't really know the phrase would be best to use it, but essentially they kind of fail themselves at the end of the day. And the reason why is because, like I said, they lack that true ability to be humble in their intelligence. So that's why I say, look, the more humble you are in your intelligence, the more respect you're going to gain. Your life is, your life can be smooth, man. And the reason why I say is because you're going to essentially be avoiding a lot more issues than what you need, unnecessary stress, unnecessary worry, unnecessary trauma. Like, there is so much that you can avoid if you are intelligent and humble at the same time. And especially if you apply humility to your intelligence. So that's why I say, look, the more humble you are with your intelligence, the more successful you can be. I mean, like I said, the less issues you're going to have. But it's not to say as well that you're going to not have issues. Don't get me wrong. I've tried to be humble within my intelligence all my life, and I've definitely had some failures. I've made some mistakes. I've had my fair share of issues. And that's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that it's all going to be peaches and cream and fairy tales, rainbows and unicorns and lollipops. I mean, honestly, look, you can still be very humble in your intelligence, and you're going to face some issues. You're going to face some trials. You're going to face some tribulations, and that's part of the journey. And the reality is that those things make you stronger. They make you better. They make you more intelligent. They make you more humble. They increase your success rate. They increase your general success. They increase a lot about you in a positive manner. So that's why I say, look, don't get me wrong. You can still have some fair share of issues. I'm just going to be real. I can tell you that from my experience in life. But it's all going to turn out for the better. It's all going to work for the better, So y'all, it's Trenton Moore back here again. And make sure you're humble within your intelligence. Have that humility. I'm telling y'all, humility is one of the keys to life. And that's not only towards intelligence, but it's also humility in how you treat others, how you value yourself compared to others. It all plays a role, just being honest. And I can make that separate video as well, just about the general aspect of humility within life. So I'll definitely make sure to do that, y'all, Lord's will. But it was Trenton Moore back here again. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Be humble. Be humble in your intelligence. I'll see y'all later. Peace.